Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again, and today we have in front of us a figure that I've had here like for over a year, but I just opened it like yesterday and I've been fiddling a bit with it and I'm very excited to share this with you. It's the Flame Toys Kuro Kuri Transformers Tarn reissue, or Tarn 02 or whatever. Yeah, high-end figure and all of that, so it's the only one I have so far in this niche, or this quality and all of that. The first time I saw this figure I was like, wow, that is like the coolest transformer I've ever seen, even if it doesn't transform. So we have that already out of the way. This doesn't transform. These figures are more like to pose them and to put them in a like a centerpiece, or it's like a display piece. Is not a toy. I mean, it's an adult toy, of course, a collectible. But yeah, I'm just turning it around so that you can see different angles of this guy. I don't have a turntable, so I am the turntable. My arms are the turntable right now. And yeah, it's full of detail. It's made out of plastic and die cast. I don't know the exact name of the plastics or which exact metals are used, whatever, but it's a beautiful figure. You also have to take a look at the feet, I would say, and that's the base he comes with. That's a nice way to display him. I mean, he stands by himself, like no problem, but of course for more action pose and all of that, posing, I mean, you need the base. I mean, it helps. And you can see I have the eyes and the chest piece on. You also have these pieces here. It comes with the batteries included, but you have to, let's say, install them. So you have also these pieces on the side of the legs that light. Oh god. Yeah, and that's an expensive toy and I'm throwing it all around. But yeah, it looks a bit better in person than in camera how these lights work, yeah? You see these 3 dots here in each side or each leg. So that's the lighting function. I'm gonna turn it off for a moment because I'm greedy. There's what you turn the eyes and the chest off, and again these pieces you just have to remove them, turn them off. You can see when you want to put the batteries on, you need a screwdriver, and that screw was for the chest. I put it here because it's a bit, I need to replace it for it's a bit worn. There you can see Tarn with the eyes turned off. Makes a huge difference. I mean, of course I prefer it with the eyes on, but batteries and all of that. Yeah, we're just looking at it very statically because I'm also very respectful when I'm posing or maneuvering the figure. You can see he has a backpack. That all comes, actually, it all comes inside of this box. It doesn't fit the whole frame, so there you can see Transformers 2.0. You have very cool shots of the figure with the lights turned on. Of course, surely some Photoshop there. That's the side of the box, the Decepticon logo, and that. Here you can see some action poses, the guy without the mask, legalese and all of that. Find, kill, cleanse. Yeah, the photos may vary and all of that. And this box opens like this, it's like magnetic. And there's a trace and all of that. I already took it out, so you don't need to. We don't need to do that whole process, but it came in there. This came with only one mask. In the instruction I was a bit confused because that's the extra mask, and those that's the things he comes with. I mean, the figure itself, the base, the 2 cannons, don't ask me the names, these 2 extra parts, the arm for the stand, and these are the parts where you mount the cannons. In any case, we have been talking a lot. You see these parts because maybe you're asking yourself, these parts move, so you can move the arms around. The shoulder, the whole thread here, this part moves a bit to the front and the back, just that much. You have the sides of the shoulder that move a bit yeah, this is very nicely engineered. I mean, these figures are really amazing how they're built, put together, and everything looks so seamless. I mean, that you don't see exactly, it looks like if it would move by itself, you know. The whole threads here at the shoulder pad, they're mounted on a ball joint. You can see that shiny thing inside there, that's like the ball where this thing is mounted on. So that's on a ball peg, metallic one. That you can see that the joint for the arm, you can see it there, here. That's a die-cast piece. At least I want it looks like that, at least. Yeah, I'm almost sure it is. You can see there. That's die-cast, and the arm can lift like, I don't know, 90 degrees or something. It has a butterfly joint there, and it's very nicely hidden. It has a bicep cut. Sadly, I cannot properly show that. Well, here, there you can see the bicep cut. That's of course for both arms. The way the elbow moves is really nice. I don't know if it's focusing right now because the way I'm holding this. I mean, you can straighten the arm. This piece moves along. Same things happens like in the legs, and it can bend up to, I don't know how much, but it has, yeah, it can bend that far, which is cool. The hand can also move around, both hands. They can lift up a little bit when in this position, but if you move it just a little more, it will pop out the whole hand, and I don't want to show that here because I don't like, you know, it has a little clip. It's some parts I'm like, that could be a bit fragile, you know, but I hope I will be careful with this. The hands, you can see that's a thing on itself. You can see the thumb here has that ball joint that can go so close like this. All of the fingers have like 2 points of articulation. I mean 3, the ball joint, and 2 extra like hinges, so you can do like a, let me see if I can do it on camera. The fingers pop quite easily, so that you need a bit of patience there, at least when you first take this out of the box. This is like really, anyway, you can of course do a fist pose, and the fingers are very pointy, so this is not for little kids. And I mean, a little kid would destroy this thing. I mean, it's at the same time like sturdy, but also, you know, I mean, it's not like a child's toy, you know, it's not that kind of sturdy. That things are very pointy and would break very easily if you start smashing stuff, you know, right away. And of course, if you lift this thing, and you can turn the arms all the way around, so that's another thing. He has a very cool, I don't know if you see, he can bend forward very far. Let me show you that. And I don't know if you saw, like the Decepticon logo there moves along, and when you lift this, it leaves, you know, you can see that it's moving all together. You can see the details here. It has a lot of clear plastic parts, like here on the abs, well, the torso here. This thing is like translucent kind of pink, also here in the top of the shoulder, also in the inside of the shoulder. So it has a very nice mix of finishes. The cannons also have this translucent plastic part, this like pinkish purplish thing. He has also this kind of tilt to the sides. I'm not squeezing every, you know, the whole movement. He has also a movement here on the waist, and as you saw, this piece is like spring loaded. It has like a spring, so it goes back by itself. These little flaps here, they are on ball joints, but be careful with those feel a bit flimsy. I mean, a bit, they're nice, but yeah, those would be easy to break. You have this part here, this back kind of back skirt or whatever, also with 2 ball jointed flaps here, and the thing is also with springs. The backpack, it's very simple. I don't even want to, I would prefer not to remove it, but I'll do it for the video. Look, it didn't cause any problem. You have the peg hole there. You have these two things that you can easily take out. These things move to the sides, you know. And this, you can extend them and you can keep this in his hands, and they're like, I don't know, batons. I don't know, some kind of mace, but I won't ever do it like that. They will stay here forever in my copy, at least that's what I'm saying now. Very Gundam-like. And you have this, the mount here, which lifts with two hinges here, and that covers up the on-off mechanism for the lights. I'm gonna keep this back here, put this back here, because yeah. So that's it for the backpack. This arm kind of shield, you take this off just like so, and then like you have this part of the arm. I don't know if you can see it. This goes in, and it's where this tab here inserts, and this is very sturdy also. I think in the instructions, yeah, I saw like these pieces, it came already mounted, so I'm just showing you things that the instructions were showing me. You can see how the arms look without the extra armor and all of that. Very nicely painted. Sorry if I'm talking a bit monotone right now, because I'm myself like looking at all the stuff and I'm like wondering and like in amazement. Let me put this back on. You just slide it here, and then you click this. Yeah, it kind of holds it in place, but it doesn't really make contact there. Now the head, of course the mask is there, you can see. Let's remove the mask and take a look at it. So here you can see the mask. I don't want to get the tweezers for this because it's it's like the most important part for me of the whole figure, or the coolest part. The mask, you can see the battle damage. I think I'm not properly focusing. Metallic purple paint, that pink detail there for the kind of gem there. And yeah, that's it. It's made out of plastic. That was a bit of a, well, I thought it was made out of metal, but no, it's plastic, if I'm right. It looks like that. Then you have the face. First of all, you can see below this kind of crest is the hole where you insert the mask. So there you have Tarn's face without the mask. All that battle damage. You can see all that silver below his damaged eye. It's very cool. But I mean, I think I'm always keeping this guy with the mask. I mean, even if that face is also very nice. It's very nice, that word. It's a very cool looking face. Oh, now I see, I think I had the neck. You can see it has like pistons painted in silver. You can see the kind of movement he has. All the way around, wiggly waggly and all of that. Very cool. He can look up, look down much more, but with the mask he has an extra chin. I mean, it's more sculpt there. You can see that the profile of the mask there. And then you just put it on. You have to always be careful with the tips of the mask. But yeah, this guy is, again, a beautiful figure. Let's lift this whole thing. The legs can, of course, kick forward. I don't even want to take him off the vase. I mean, you have these things, I won't force through them, you know. Let me take care of that. The legs can also, well, you can see the thigh cut can go all the way around. He can do the full splits. I'm just showing one leg right now because this thing is really large. You can see another one of those nice translucent details on the plastic. You can do this, and you can also turn the way, of course, that's lifting and all of that. The knee is another part that is really cool. You can see the whole bend he has. I mean, it's like a very solid Spider-Man figure. And look at that thing with the knee guard here, this die-cast part that goes with the knee guard or knee armor, whatever it's called. The feet, that's the other part. Let's do it like this. Again, I'm not used to maneuver this size figure, this scale, you know, and the weight it has, and you can see it has the tilt. You can see some die cast parts of it. My copy sadly came with this, I don't know if you can see the heel behind. This whole part came off. It should be glued, but that allows us to take a look at that, the engineering of the feet, you know. Anyway, at some point I might glue this thing, or I'll just leave it like that, because it actually doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's of course quality control issue, but it's not like nothing is broken. You can see the toe can lift that much, and of course I'm sure the feet can also, the whole foot, yeah, can move that far forward and backward. So it's really great, you know, it's really nicely engineered. But yeah, I mean, this is going eternally, and I'm talking slowly and very monotone, but because I'm, you know, I was like, how am I gonna do this one? But it's just a beautiful figure. We kind of went through all the things. We haven't done the blasters here, the cannons here. These are the two huge cannons he comes with. You need that to be able to put them on the arm, you know, this extra armor piece. This, anyway, it's not broken, and it has some clicking. These things, you can tap them in, and you can of course bring them out like so, and that's necessary to carry the two cannons here. This is one of them, and it has the handle here. The hands have this tap hole there behind the nails, or the claws there, where you can insert this thing. It's very, you know, like a model kit, but it's all assembled like typically, like it reminds me of Gundam and all of that, even if I haven't done a Gundam in ages, but it has that kind of feel, you know, but it's already all put together. In order to put the both cannons together, you have to remove this piece and then do like so, and then you have the huge gun, and of course you can carry it with both hands. So I decided to take this guy off the stand, and I think it's needed. This hole here is where you put the stand, I mean the peg of the stand, it slides in, you know, all of that. Here is the stand itself, and that's the part that goes into that plug. Here you have, well, you see it's just an arm, and it has like, you can put it in different heights. You can pull this out, and you know, and this part here is to secure in certain positions, you know, and you can see all the design, all the sculpt on that base plate. Now for size comparisons, there you have Tarn, and here you have another villain from Marvel Legends, kind of in the colors. Baron Zemo, I was gonna say Major Zemo. Here we have a Cobra Bat. Does it even fit there? Yeah. So that you can see the kind of the size of this guy. Here we have Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. Well, one of the many versions, you know. This is a Figma figure. Of course, it's a little bit smaller, but I really like that they go along with the colors. Here we have a Black Series Umbra Operative ARC Trooper. We have also from Marvel Legends War Machine, just because he's also kind of he's full of weapons, you know, and kind of that's the theme here. Now, before I forget, I think it would be fair to also check him with some 3 3/4 scale, 3 3/4 inch scale figures, like the World of Halo Master Chief, UNSC Marine, and Vintage Collection ARC Trooper, next to the Clone Wars Ahsoka, Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett, and the Old Republic Trooper, whatever he was called. Next to the deluxe Hotshot and the Voyager class Siege Prime holding his axe in the most neutral position possible. And next to a Cobra, his tank from the, you know, the vintage G.I. Joe's, I mean the original thing, you know, the real deal. This Viper here, this Cobra Trooper here next to the guy so that you can see how they scale. And yeah, that's it for this review. I think this figure is amazing, and I guess all the the Flame Toys figures are at this level of quality and engineering. I highly recommend it if you can get yourself one of these. There's also that KO version that came afterwards with the 2 masks and the extra bits I showed you at in the instructions. There's a KO version you can get of this guy, which is supposed to be really good. I would like to get my hands in one of them. This is an original one, but you can get the other one for half the price or even less, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not promoting that, but it depends on what you want. If you want the original stuff, then get the original stuff, of course. That would be the good thing to do, you know. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you are a returning viewer, thanks a lot for the support, and take care. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.